Hi, Jeremy here with MathomBooks. I'm coming to you today with my 5 favorite bookish things. Hope you guys enjoy this video. You're probably wondering what this is on my head right here. This, my friends, is a headlamp, and it's awesome. It's my #1 favorite bookish thing. As you can see, you just turn this on, and that's like a little headlamp. It's LED, takes little, AAA batteries, and it lasts forever. And when you're reading at night, or in the dark, or even you know how your lamp might be kind of far away from your bed, so you hate turning it on because you got to get up before you go to sleep to turn it off. Well, this solves that problem. You're in bed, you're reading, and as soon as you get tired, you just click it off, and you're good to go. This is a Princeton Fuel, it's called. There's tons of these. You go to like an REI or whatnot. They can go anywhere from like $20 all the way up to you can spend a couple $100s on these things. It depends what kind you get and what you're using it for. But anyways, #1 thing, headlamp. Now I know a lot of you guys, when you think about your favorite bookish things, you might think of a pillow or maybe a blanket or a certain chair because that's where you love to read. And those things are all great and I love those as well. But when I was thinking about it and I wanted to come up with my 5 favorite things, these are the 5 that I came up with. So you guys just now saw my headlamp. My #2 favorite bookish thing is this. Ta-da-da! This is a little hands-free book stand. Super easy, super cheap, probably cost me a few bucks in the store. Folds up to almost nothing, you can see that, right? Super light, you can throw it in a backpack, you can throw it, pretty much anywhere. I keep a few of them around the house actually. I've got one on my desk, I've got one by my bed. And I always take one with me wherever I go. Also, you'll see this, it's so small you could actually even just put it right inside your book wherever you're taking it with you, which is kind of cool. But how it works is, if you guys are like me at all, and I'll talk about this a little bit more later, you love to eat when you read. It's probably a bad habit, but I love it. And it's like this. You just pop your book in there, and there you go. My #3 favorite bookish item is this pencil. I love this pencil. It is a Pentel P209. It's a 0.9 millimeter lead pencil, and these are just fantastic. I've been using the Pentel pencils for a long time. You guys probably recognize this. You maybe recognize the blue ones as well. Those are 7 millimeters. I use those as well. But these pencils are just great. They're reliable. They're super, kind of not indestructible, but they're just very good pencils. And you'll notice, you see that little clip thing there? It clips strongly to almost anything you hook it to. And that comes in really handy when you're, an annotator like I am, or like Martha is, and so many other annotators, also Emily as well. You like to have your pencil handy, and so when it can stick to something like that really easily, it comes in handy. So a great pencil, definitely recommend it. That's my #3, third's a charm. My 4th favorite bookish thing is to sip an awesome cup of hot tea while I'm reading. And the best tea in the world, you guys. Harney & Sons Hot Cinnamon Sunset. Black tea with cinnamons, orange, and sweet cloves. You guys, this tea, I'm not joking, is amazing. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before. Harney & Sons, I'm going to leave links down below to some of these items. They're a very, very fine tea company. They use like the best ingredients. Their tea packets, by the way, you get like regular tea and it's just a bunch of finely chopped up black leaves, right? There's not much to it. Well, you look at a Harney & Sons tea bag. I would show you this one, but I've finished it off. There's, big chunks of orange. You can actually see like the orange peel and the chunks of cinnamon, and it's like the actual, ingredients are there visible. It's very, very awesome. So go check out Harney & Sons tea. And my #5 favorite bookish item is not really an item, but what it is, and it's kind of 2 things put together, but it's fantastic, and I listen to these all the time, and that is the NPR Books podcast. Have you guys ever heard that? The NPR Books podcast. What they do, it's a super great service. It's it's just a podcast. You get it on iTunes or whatever. But NPR, they always talk about books a lot. They talk about books on their radio program all the time. And so what they do is they kind of put all the little segments together from like the whole week or from the whole couple weeks, so that every segment, you listen to it straight through right in a row, it's all about books. And so I find out tons of great, they do author interviews, they review books, they talk about these different books, and it's really, really helpful. One just like that is the New York Times Book Review podcast, and that's also awesome. But they bring in all these different New York Times books people who are, really, really involved in the industry, and they kind of give their thoughts. They always talk about, the bestsellers and trends in book publishing and whatnot. It's very cool stuff. So those are all found on iTunes, podcasts, the NPR Books podcast, and the New York Times Book Review podcast. Great things. I'll leave links down below. Go check them out. You'll be glad you did. And kind of a bonus favorite bookish item is anything sweet and gummy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please like it. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope to see you guys next video. Thanks for watching MathomBooks.